when we were young guys on a carrier, we would spend time together. He and I would spend time together every time we'd pull into port. We'd go hiking or biking. We had these little ratty 1-speed Schwinn bikes that we would we'd take off so we could drive all around.
Gosh.
And I'll never forget.
You went mountain biking on a 1-speed?
Yeah.
That does sound like some Navy stuff.
I'm gonna tell you what, the military didn't used to pay much. I would have made more money delivering pizzas than flying jets.
You couldn't afford the 10-speed.
Exactly.
To get the single speed.
Yeah. So Butch and I were mountain biking once, and we met our squadron at this sounds exotic, I know, but anyway, we were on the French Riviera.
Oh, oui.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
So we pull in. There's the beach right there, and Butch and I are hiking and mountain biking. And my squadron all got together down there in this little crescent sandy beach on the coast there by San Rafael. And we were all hanging out. Those guys are hanging out drinking. Butch and I were, the only teetotalers that I knew of in the Navy. And so we're looking for,
I think for the entire history of the Navy.
So we were looking for something else to do. And we noticed up on this cliff, these dudes were cliff diving, like climbing up these rocks, this near sheer rock, and jumping off. And I look at Butch, and he looks at me, and I'm like, "I'll do it if you'll do it." And he goes, "Let's go." So we started climbing up this thing, and it looked high, but about halfway up, we realized it was really high. Well, at this point, all our buddies are now they're the USA contingent, being ugly Americans like we're supposed to, in a foreign country. They're down there, and as we climb up higher and higher, they're like, see, Butch, USA. And so we're like, now we're like, yeah. So we climb to the top of this
National
thing.
pride is involved now.
Yes. We're representing here. So we get up to the top of the cliff, and I had done some high diving off 3-meter boards, whatever. I'd done doubles and triples and that kind of stuff when I was a younger guy. And but I got to the edge of that thing, and I peered over, and I thought, oh, no. And Butch looked, and he gets to the edge, and he looks at me, and I look at him. It's a whole lot further than it looked from down there on the beach with all the buddies. Now they're just chanting up a storm, USA. And I'm like, Butch, this is serious. And he goes, yeah. The guys that we'd seen jumping were like professional cliff divers. Doing these beautiful things. So he looks at me, he goes, I'll back down if you do. And I said, we're going for it. And so I climbed back up, and the cheers start again, USA. And I jumped off, and I found
you went first?
Right then,
you went first?
And I found out right then why he's an astronaut and I'm not. He evidently handles wide open spaces better than I do. I get about halfway out, and I start tipping forward. I'm just trying to do a straight down, I start tipping forward. Now I'm backpedaling and, trying to do like a Looney Tunes in the sky, I'm backpedaling, and I start screaming, ah! And I got about right here when I hit. Bam! Almost knocked me out.
Oh.
I had a red welt that went from here all the way across.
That's when all those cheers go from USA. Ooh.
Oh yeah, I got that. But then I had something even more valuable.
Uh-huh.
I had the pride and respect of all those. They all stand up and are clapping as I weakly swim over.
America.
And I had a huge bruise for weeks. Butch somehow jumps off and stays vertical.
Of course he does.
He's fine.
He's a better pilot.
And that was pretty much.
Hey, that's the difference between the nugget and the hook.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. For sure.